Heavy rains and high winds battered the Comox Valley today, bringing down trees and knocking out power lines. The weather forced BC Ferries to suspend service on several of the minor routes as the ship's crews were waiting for the wind to die down. On Mount Washington, meantime, the snow is coming down and coming down heavily. It is piling up to form one of the deepest snowpacks in Canada. But as CTV's Gord Kurbis found out, sometimes there can be too much of a good thing, even snow on a ski hill.
It was a day where only the bravest dared venture into the elements. Mount Washington Alpine Resort has been enjoying massive snowfalls over the past several days, so much so that it's hard to find the right word to describe it.
Getting slammed, hammered, pummeled, what's the word?
You know, it's true, we are getting pummeled by snow. It looks like La Nina is back in full force, and we're almost thinking of calling this Snowmageddon Part 2.
The resort has received more than 44 centimeters of snow in the past 24 hours. That's typical of what's been coming down here recently.
It's just like Christmas time last year when we got a ton of snow in a short period of time. We've had over 150 centimeters in 4 days, and it looks like it's going to continue through tomorrow.
Today, the resort is boasting a 360 centimeter base, the most of any ski facility in Canada.
It has been absolutely fantastic. Snow is falling heavy. It's a little bit of wind, but not too bad. And it's just been great conditions, beautiful snow. Everybody's happy.
But the weather is proving to be a bit of a drawback. Attendance was way down today because of the high winds and poor visibility.
It's pretty windy, and yeah, you got to stay on the steep stuff to get any momentum.
Icy, windy.
Can you see where you're going?
No, not really.
Really kind of bad.
Kind of bad, why?
Because it hurts your face every time you try to ski down the mountain.
And those high winds also brought a tree down on power lines near the base of the mountain. That wiped out power to the resort for some time. Some of the lifts were able to keep running with backup generators. And the road to the resort also proved to be a bit of a challenge.
There are issues with some people getting up the road. You definitely need to have your snow tires, and there have been a couple of situations where the chain lights have been on the road. So obviously that's just due to the excessive amount of snow.
Roads and parking lots at the resort also required some extra attention by staff.
You know, with all the snow, the workers have definitely been grumbling. There's been a lot more shoveling going on, and our grooming operations crews have had a heck of a time trying to push that snow around the mountain, obviously.
The good news, though, is that the weather is expected to clear towards the end of the week, which should make for some ideal conditions and signal a return for all those powder lovers. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Mount Washington.